Okay guys, this is the screencast video that goes along with the PowerPoint that I sent to everyone to review what I went over yesterday in the Edmodo text session. To review, in case you need to understand how to actually create an account, when you go to edmodo.com, you are going to sign up now as a teacher. So you'll click on that and you'll fill out a username and password of your choice, your email of your choice, and then your first and last name, and click sign up. This is also where the student will come to create a brand new account. So they would click on I'm a student and do the same that they did, that you did as a teacher. They'll fill out a username and password, their email address, first and last name, so that they also too can have an account. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and log into my account. Okay, so this is my home page, and over here I have all my groups, and I'm going to use my Episcopal test group to do the tutorial today, so I'm going to click on that. And you'll notice that it's going to bring up everything that's within my Episcopal test group. So what you're going to want to do as a teacher is you're going to want to create groups for each of your classes, or the classes that you want to use Edmodo. And you'll do that by coming to the Create button next to Groups and clicking on it. You'll give the group, the class, a name. And usually what I would do is, I taught language arts, so I would do language arts first period, language arts second period, language arts third period, so I knew which group was which. So you'll give it a group name, you'll select a grade level, and then you'll also select a subject area and hit create, and that will create your group for you. Once you've created your group, you'll notice that you have a group code. This is the code that you would give the students to allow them to join the group. So once they've created an Edmodo account and they come into their home page, they'll come over here to Groups and they'll click on Join, and it will give them the option to enter a group code. That they will then enter the group code you give them, and then they will be members of your class. As you can see, they can be a member of many different groups, so they could have a group for each of their different content area classes. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to create an assignment, how a student would then complete that assignment, and then how you would grade it paperlessly. So you're going to come up here, make sure that you're in the group that you want the assignment to go to. So I'm in Episcopal test group, and I'm going to click on assignment. I'm going to give the assignment a name. I'm going to give it a description, and I'm going to give it a due date. You'll notice that you can send it now by hitting send, or you can schedule. If you click on schedule, you can then set up the assignment to post on a particular date and time, or you can send it immediately. The last thing I want to do is, because I'm telling them to access an attached document, I need to attach that document. So I'm going to come here to attach and go to File. I'm going to find my clauses document, that's my practice that I want them to do, and I click choose, and it's going to attach it down here. Now, a couple of things to remember: you can attach more than one file to a given assignment, and you can also attach links to online resources or video, and you can have as many of those things within one assignment that you want. Also, if you have more than one class that you want to assign this assignment to, you can then start typing in the name of that group, and it'll come up. And so I have English 1-4, so I can also assign that to English 1-4 as well. So I can assign it to as many groups as I want to. Okay, so I only want to assign it to Episcopal test group, so I have that here, and then I'm going to click on send. Okay, so here the assignment shows up. None of my students have completed the assignment yet, so it's going to say turned in 0, and it's going to give me the due date that I assigned it. Okay, so I'm going to log out of my account and go over into my student account to show you how they would then complete the assignment. Okay, so now I'm logged in as Abby Grace, and she's my student, and I know she notices that she has an assignment to turn in for this class. So she's going to click Turn In. Okay, now there's two things that Abby could do at this point. Abby could preview the document, and she could just look at the instructions and the questions that I want her to answer, and then she can type those responses into the turn in box right here. And she could type in all of her answers there if she wanted to, and she could then click turn in assignment and it would be turned in. Or Abby can download the document, and she can complete the assignment by typing her answers on the document. And you can choose to set up your documents in any way that you want to. You could have a line out here for them to type their answers on, or whatever you felt most comfortable with. So she's going to type in her answers. That's the wrong answer there. Hold on. And when she's finished, she's going to come up here and she's going to save as. And what I would have my students do is put the name of the document as their first initial, last name, and then the name of the assignment. So Abby would put A. Robinson Clauses, and I would have them save it to their desktop. Click Save. And then at that point, they can close out of the document. So to turn it in, Abby would say, okay, I need to turn in my assignment, and I need to attach that file that I created. So she would come down here to Attach File. She would find it on her desktop, choose it, and then she would turn in assignment. It's going to ask them to rate the assignment as well. Okay, so Abby Grace has turned in the assignment, and you're going to notice that it's asking her, it's telling her she's waiting for a grade. Okay, so let me log out again and go back to my teacher account, and we'll grade Abby's assignment. Okay, so now you'll notice that I have one assignment turned in to Clauses, so I'm going to click on it, and the only person, these are all the kids in my class, the only person that's turned in their assignment is Abby Grace. So you'll notice that you will be able to very quickly see who and who has not turned in an assignment. So I want to grade Abby Grace's assignment. So I click on her name, and there's two ways that I can do this. So if I had had Abby Grace just type her assignments into the comment box, I would see that here. And then I could come down here in my comment box, and I could give her some feedback. Tell her which questions she missed, what she needed to work on, etc. And then I could just add that, give her a grade, 10 out of 10, click grade, and add that comment. Another way that I can grade Abby's assignment is with her attachment. So if I had my students turn in their document or their completed assignment as an attachment, I would then click on this Annotate button, and I would click on Comment, and then I could come in and grade each one of her questions individually by adding annotations. If she happened to miss a question, which I know she didn't miss with this one, but I could highlight that she missed it. I could strike out questions that she missed. I could draw a circle around questions that she missed. And then I could also add a text box right here. So you can see there's several different ways that you could annotate on the document. Now, what happens to save it, all I have to do is click out of the file preview where I was annotating. So when I click out of the file preview, it automatically saves it, and Abby can then go into her file preview and access and look at the comments that I've made. So again, to finish up grading, I would give her a grade up here, click grade, and that would show up on her Edmodo page. Another great thing that I like is the backpack feature. So I'm going to very quickly go back to Abby's account. And this will particularly work for our middle school teachers because the students don't have access to their own computer every day. So again, you can see that Abby now has a grade from me for this assignment, and if she clicks on preview, file preview, oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one, this one down here. If she clicks on file preview, then she can now see my comments. Okay. Another thing that I like is the backpack feature over here. And like I said, this would work well for our middle school teachers and students. So I can click on my backpack as a student, and you'll notice that I've already uploaded my completed clauses document. So if I click on Add to Backpack, I can upload a file from my computer. So if you have the students down working in the lab, or if you have the students working on one of the grade level carts, they can upload a completed assignment into their backpack, and they will have it saved in their backpack on Edmodo for the future. So they don't have to go back to that same computer that they were working on that particular day. One last thing that I want to say about the annotation feature is that it works really well with grading essays as well. So you would set up an assignment just like I set up the clause assignment, and you would just tell the students to turn in their essay to that assignment by attaching it. And then once they've attached it, you can then annotate or use the annotation feature just like I did on the clause assignment, and make comments and grade with that feature, and then the student would then have access to it. Another great point that Judy White made yesterday is that you could have the student copy and paste the rubric that you were using to the last page of their essay or to the last page of an activity or an assignment, and then you can use the annotation feature to then fill out the rubric, and then that would be sent back to them with your other comments through that annotation feature. So I hope that this was really helpful, and please, if you have any questions about using Edmodo in your classroom, don't hesitate to send me an email. I would love to work with you individually to help you implement it in your class.